Hello and welcome to Popcorn and Perspective. This is the place where we not only enjoy delicious popcorn, but we also deep dive into the world of films. We are your host, Chantel,
And I'm Chris.
and we're here to share our insights on new releases and timeless classics. Get ready to experience movies like never before as we offer you our confident perspective. And welcome to episode 10. And tis the season. We'll be talking about our favorite Hollywood, sorry, our favorite holiday movies ever. But before we get into the conversation, let's start off with some holiday cheer. Since Christmas is pretty much around the corner, which I can say, what is that? What is that? 2 weeks? Is it like 2 weeks? Either way,
Yeah.
everybody is scurrying to get their last minute gifts to stash under the tree. So, brother, this question is, or it's going to be a two-parter. So, part one, what was your favorite gift that you ever got from Christmas?
My favorite gift is pretty much a genre of gifts, if you will. In my household, my brothers, Terrell, and my room was right next to each other. And he was the Nintendo room and I was the Sega room. So
Got it.
every video game console from Nintendo that Nintendo put out and that Sega put out, we had. Like I had everything: Sega CD, Sega Genesis. Then I got the PlayStation 2, I got the Dreamcast, and then he got the GameCube, he got the Nintendo 64, he got the Game Boy. So it was just every Christmas, if there was a video game console out, we got, and it got to the point where we didn't even have to put it on the list. Our mom would just say, open it up and it's there. And and we'd be like, how did you know this came out? And she just, because she knew that's what we wanted. So, and I just think back at the hours and hours of time after school and before school, and any time we had, we were just being there doing that. So yes, the video game consoles of the 90s was and early 2000s were my favorite gifts of all time.
I thought that was crazy when you said Sega CD because I didn't think a lot of people like had that or even knew what
Yeah.
Sega CD was because I even had Sega CD. I was like that to me was nuts because it's like you had like the main console, which is the Sega, and then the CD part was like connected to it. I was like
And you
that
just
part
had
to
to
me.
slide the main console and
Yeah,
connect it. I felt like I was on top of the world, like I was freaking Tony Montana when I clicked that thing. I was like,
I was
yeah, you
like,
can't
this
tell
thing
me
is so.
nothing.
This is like you see this console I got right here. It's like, hey, it's the greatest thing in the universe. I love that stupid thing. Oh my god! I felt like that thing was like short lived though because it's like as soon as we
Yeah.
got it, it was just like, all right, now it's like we got PlayStation coming through, and it's like,
Yeah, they didn't give Sega CD the shine it deserved. And I remember one game that I played on it was called Sewer Shark. And I played that game relentlessly, nonstop. And boy, I'll never forget that. But yeah, Sega CD did not get or Sega Saturn really didn't
right.
get. Neither one of them got the shine they should have for a long enough period.
No, for real, it didn't because there was like one particular game that I used to play on that like constantly, and I cannot for the life of me think of the name, but it's like I can just remember playing this game and it was like very vivid. It's like Jurassic Park. It was.
Oh,
It was a Jurassic Park ride. I knew it. That's the one. I used to play the hell out of it. I used to
yeah.
play that game so much. That was like the first game that I ever had for like the Sega CD. I knew it was like it was a movie game. I just could not think of the life of me what it was, but that's what it was. And what was the other one I think they had? I think there was another one, but I can't remember. I want to say it was probably the Mortal Kombat one too, because they had Mortal Kombat as well.
Yeah.
But I do vividly remember playing the Jurassic Park game, like constantly on that stupid
The
thing.
thing I
Like,
remember about that Jurassic Park game, it was hard as hell. Them raptors and stuff. Yeah, I remember that.
man, that was so hard. I would be getting so mad because it's like every time I would die, I was just like, you know what? Let me just give up on life because it's like I'm not gonna get past this one point. I can't remember what part it was. I think I'm like inside the one main building or whatever, and I'm like trying to make my way out or something. I can't remember, but yeah, that game was just I don't know
Yeah,
my little child brain. I don't know how I made it as far as I did because Jesus, that game was hard.
because after so many deaths and playing it, you just look at it like this is supposed to be fun. This shouldn't be this hard. Dying and not just being frustrated is not fun. Like what's going on?
Exactly. It's like you want to start trashing the house, start throwing the game around the room. Like, dog, like
Exactly.
I quit. Like, it's like you hate me right now because it's like yeah, because I think it's like after I think you had to collect the dinosaur eggs. That's what it was.
Yeah,
You know how hard it is to find all these damn eggs without trying to get 8? Like, come on, man. And then people trying to steal them from you. Like, give me a break.
Yeah, that whole game was a traumatic experience, of fun and disaster.
It was so much fun, but God, was it rough to play? Like, just be stressing out, be like, it's like what? Like when they say like
You're
what?
like,
When they be like, what
see,
started your anxiety right
this is
here?
why y'all goddamn extinct now.
All right. So for me, one of my favorite gifts that I got growing up, I would probably have to say, what was it? Look, I thought I was really, really cool growing up because I got like a surround sound system in my room. I felt so cool. I was just like, I had like all the speakers in my like in the corners, and then I had like the big subwoofer. I was just like, I felt like I'm like on top of the world because I can like watch anything in my room and it'd be like real cool until, and it was a part of I think it came with a DVD player too as well. So I was definitely feeling like I was on top of the world. I was like, this is like the coolest thing
Yeah.
ever. I was like, so I'm just like, oh, I'm like probably one of the, I'm just thinking like, oh, I'm probably like one of the only people who has this like in that room, just dumb. But I just loved having it like constantly. I just be in my room just like playing any kind of movie at that point. I'm like, let's see what this sounds like. Be blowing everybody out of the house. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm like, eventually it died though because the DVD player. I remember I like turned it on and my entire screen went green. I was like, I'm like, I'm like, what's going on? I was like, this is not cool. And then two, that's when I knew I had to like let go of my surround sound. I was like, it's time to let it go, and I didn't want to. So now I got this old Bose speaker, but I'm like, it still works, but like I don't feel special no more. But I'm like, I did love that. I loved it. It was just like one of them, like to me, it was like one of them cool gifts when you start getting more into like technology, and it wasn't just like games and movies. So I was like, I can put some use to this. Like it's just like it's not gonna go anywhere. So I had it for I had it for a good long time until she just conked out on me. I was like, that was probably one of the best Christmas gifts I probably had. Like besides, the PlayStations and Sega and all that stuff. Because I'm like, what kid doesn't love playing video games? So that was but yeah, that was like definitely one of my favorite gifts I've like ever gotten.
Until it went green on me.
Yeah, until it was green and I had to just start all over again. I was sad. That was sad. All right, brother. So now on to the second part. What was the one gift that you've always wanted but never received?
I'm sure everybody has seen A Christmas Story from 1983. Little Ralphie. He just wanted one thing for Christmas. Get this man what he wanted. He wanted a Red Ryder BB gun. That's all he wanted. And after I saw that movie, because I'm a kid of the 90s, obviously.
Of course.
I said, Mom, all I want is a Red Ryder BB gun. And I showed her the picture of it. I showed her what it was. And actually, I just said, I want a BB gun. And I showed her it was a rifle. And her exact words was, not, you'll shoot your eye out, kid. No, it was, why? So you can shoot your brothers and sisters? And I was like, I would never do that. No, I just want it. It's cool. It's not. And I remember telling her, it's not even that dangerous. They don't hurt when you get shot by, it's not that dangerous. I was telling her, they're like rubber. It's not going to feel anything. Knowing good and well, Donald and Michelle and all of them would have been filled up with BB holes because I was going to come with a vengeance. But I remember there was years and years and years I just asked her for that. And now that I look back and think about it, and I just rehear my mom saying, "Why? So you shoot your brothers and sisters?" The back of my mind was like, "You are correct. You are correct.
You right.
I'm happy she didn't get it." But yeah, that is the one thing I wanted more than anything right there. Never got. And I was never scared of pulling a Ralphie, shooting my eye out because I was like, you just gotta be smarter. Don't shoot it up towards no icicles. Don't point it at yourself. Just point it at them. But yeah, that is the number one thing I always wanted. Like I said, I remember tearing out back in the magazine days. I think it was a JCPenney magazine, or I can't remember. But I remember tearing it out and being like, "Shoot, this what I want." And I put my Christmas list behind it, and then on the list it was the BB gun. I was like, "Yeah, so you know what I want." But each year she got me everything else but that.
I love it.
I was like, "Screw Santa."
And it's like, give me what I want, please. It's like, I'm not asking for the world. I'm just asking for a BB gun.
Like, yeah, you got me the other 6 things I asked for. Thank you, I love you. But where's my weapon? I need to protect the house. But yeah, that was the. But yeah, in the end, like I said, it's a good thing it didn't. What was your forget me not gift that you never got?
Well, eventually I ended up getting it for myself, but it was just like this one particular thing that I always wanted, and it was look, it did not cost a lot. Look, it wasn't like a new video game console. It was not even a video game. All I wanted was the box set of Alien Quadrilogy. That's all I wanted. I just wanted all the Alien movies. That was it.
Yeah.
I just wanted all the Alien movies on DVD. That's all this child wanted. I remember I wrote that mess at the top of the list one year for my Christmas list. That thing was smack dab big bold letters, Alien Quadrilogy. And still I got everything but that one
But
thing that I wanted. I was like, why don't y'all give me this? It's like all I'm asking is for movies. It's like y'all want to give me everything on my list. Okay, that's great. I'm like, I appreciate it. But I'm asking you for this DVD box set that I cannot get my hands on, and y'all still keep playing in my face. Like, that's all I'm asking for is this stupid box set. And it's like we got you this game. Okay, great. I just want this stupid box set. It literally took for us to move out this way, out to the West Coast, when we went to California to get to Amoeba, and I found the box set.
yeah,
I looked directly at it and I bought it. I was just like, forget it. I'm like, I'm at that age now. I can buy my own stuff. Let me get it. I literally bought it for myself. I was like, y'all suck. Y'all waited until I got grown and had to pay for my own stuff.
like screw you, Santa. I hope you choked on the coffee. I hope you choked on the cookies, and I hope the milk was spoiled. I'll get it
Yeah,
myself.
exactly. It's like I got it myself. It's like I got it. I'm like, get out of the way, Santa. I was so mad. I was like, I just remember every Christmas I just kept writing Alien Quadrilogy. Alien, Alien, Alien. I got everything else. I got everything else on that list except for that movie.
But
I'm like, y'all hate me, don't you?
and by the time you got it, it was so many more alien movies.
It was already, I think Prometheus already came out. I think Alien Covenant was getting ready to come out. I was like, okay. I'm like, whatever then. I'll just get what I got. It's cool.
Yeah, like no, I'll do it myself.
I got it. All right, you guys. Before we deep dive into the movies, you can follow me on X or Twitter is what I complete. I still call it Twitter. I don't care. At underscore Akira XO and on Letterbox at Edna Mode.
Yes, yes, and you can follow me over at Twitter X at the Hazel Eyed Movie Guy, and you can also follow me at Letterbox at the Hazel Eyed Movie Guy. Go ahead and give us a follow, you guys, and just keep continuing to let us grow over there.
All right. And now this is the time. This is my favorite time of the year where I can get to lay on the couch, play out a few of my faves. So, brother, let's get into the holiday spirit, cheer, and all of that jazz with our favorite Hollywood. Oh my God, why do I keep saying Hollywood, y'all? I'm like, we already know this is gonna be Hollywood stuff. It's holiday films. My bad. We're gonna sit back and relax and chat about the films we enjoy to watch during the holidays and what gets us into the Christmas spirit. So, brother, let's start off with you with what are your favorite holiday films?
All right, I'm going to just name them off real quick, and then I'll give a brief rundown about each one. So, in no particular order, well, actually, probably in order, the number one movie is Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Okay.
From back in the day. That was a great one. Then, of course, The Mighty Die Hard. You can't go wrong with that one. And then we have The Nightmare Before Christmas. You can't have that. You can't have a Christmas list without that one. Then we got Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin, the first one. And rounding out the list is A Christmas Story. So, Scrooge. Why does Scrooge work as a Christmas movie? Because it modernizes A Christmas Carol. And we all know that, the ghosts come and visit them. Everybody knows that. But the humor in this and the darker themes, and Bill Murray as Ebenezer Scrooge, he's so relatable because he's wounded and he's just tired and wore out and he's just angry at the holidays because he has so much going on. And his redemption feels earned in this because he goes from a complete jackass to being like scared and just like what's going on, and to actually embracing the Christmas spirit and the controversial, the ghost. It gives an honest look to accountability and empathy in the film. It's just one of my favorites because, like I said, it hits adult emotions. It's like I liked it as a kid just because it was funny and Bill Murray was crazy. But now when I watch it, I see like the adult Christmas emotions, the stress, the burnout, and the regret. All that, and it still gives you the Christmas warmth and everything. So if you guys have not seen Scrooge with Bill Murray, please check it out. Hilarious, great take on A Christmas Carol. And
Well,
then
I've
my next
never.
one.
I'm not
Oh,
even
go
gonna.
ahead.
You're good because you're talking about this movie. It was so crazy. It's like when I was a kid, I remember seeing this poster a lot with Bill Murray on the front, and it's like he has like this
With that
manic look on his
cigar.
face, yeah, with the cigar, and then like the skeleton hand with the man.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that, and I was just like, "What the hell is that?" And to this day, I still have not seen this movie. I may have to watch it now that I know about it more.
you definitely
And
need to. It is
and that
hilarious.
now that I see that it's on Paramount Plus, and of course that's one of many 50 million streaming services that I do subscribe to. So I'll probably end up watching that before the Christmas season is out. But yeah, that's like I've always seen this movie or always heard about it. But yeah, I've never watched it.
Wow, yeah,
So now that
definitely.
you're talking about it, I will have to watch it and I will get back to you.
I remember watching this on VHS tape. It is hilarious. And like I think that and Mac and Me is one of the two VHS tapes I actually remember from
Mm-hmm.
back in the day. And I wore this tape out. It was my first introduction to Bill Murray because it was like this was before I had seen Ghostbusters. I had saw him in this, and I was just like, wow, yeah, he was a good actor. And then I saw him in Caddyshack and all that other stuff, and Groundhog's Day. So yeah, this was the start of my Bill Murray journey. But definitely check it out, and we'll talk about it later. My next one, of course, Die Hard, 1988. Why does this work as a Christmas movie? It's a fight. You could go to war over this movie. If you put the sides together, more people would pass away than any other fight in the world because this is just. But to me, this is a Christmas movie because the setting of the movie is Christmas time. It's an essential piece of the plot. It's Christmas time, and it's not just a decoration. But why does this story happen? It happens because of a Christmas party at his wife's job. They're having a Christmas party. It's not just a regular party, and it's filled with holiday music and imagery, and centers on family reconciliation and just the warmth of doing the right thing. So it's full of classic Christmas themes during Christmas times. And why is it one of my favorites? Because it's a fun alternative to traditional Christmas movies. Like it's kick-ass, nonstop humor, nonstop action. You got Hans falling off of Nakatomi Towers. It's just you got rock in it. It's just everything it's just a good movie that can be watched over and over again. And I watch it at least twice during this time of year. I actually watched it like 2 days ago, and it's just like each time, even though you know what's going to happen, like the catchphrases and everything just hits you. So I definitely am on the strong. This is it's not the focal point isn't Christmas like Santa's workshop and all that stuff, but you can't have this movie without the Christmas party and all the vibes of Christmas. He's trying to reconnect with his wife because it's Christmas time and all this other stuff. So it is a Christmas movie, and that is number 2 on my list.
Okay.
I know you've seen Die Hard, obviously.
Well, yeah, I've seen Die Hard. So I do agree with you with it because I know a lot of people always be fighting like back and forth, like, is this a Christmas movie? Is it not a Christmas movie? I'm like, dog, if it's set in, like in the holidays, like if it's like winter, I'm like, snow on the ground, it's a Christmas movie. I'm like, it is a Christmas movie. Yes, it's set in California. It don't matter. I'm like, you see Christmas lights? Yes. Party? Yes. It's a Christmas movie. Like
I'm sure somewhere in that movie the Temptations were playing. So I mean, I swear I heard In My Mind. I mean, I know I heard so it's a Christmas movie somewhere nonstop. So.
Exactly, through and through. So it's like I agree with you on that one. It's just like you said. I just think it's hilarious. It's just like this. But my thing was this: it's like you're making me believe that this man could do all this barefooted though. I'm like, this man was. I'm like, bro. I'm like, I need something for my feet. Like, I'm not about to be doing all what he was doing. And I have cuts on my feet. You really think I'll be walking around getting my feet infected? No.
The crazy thing is, he was taking people out left to right, picking up
shoes.
He never thought about picking up a pair of Nikes.
He's like, dog. You see these dead people sitting here, right? Like, grab yourself a pair of shoes. Just line them up and see if they fit.
Even if they too big, I'm putting them on. I'm too big and glass in my feet. He gonna take his feet up. He gonna take his feet up. Like, if you don't get up. And what really got me is, you know how he was crawling through the vents and everything, and then later on, I discovered that the vents are not even big enough for a human to get in. I honestly thought vents was that big, But
Yeah.
then, later on, they like, no, that's you can't get no vent. I was like, oh,
Nah,
John
nah.
McClane, you lied to me.
Yeah, exactly. No big ass man gonna try and fit no kid probably can fit through a vent, but not no
Yeah,
grown man. Like, come on now.
Erica from Stranger Things, maybe, but not no John
Exactly.
McClane.
Exactly. Let's be believable here.
All right, and my next one is a complete classic, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mhm.
And this worked because it's ultimately about discovering Christmas. And
Right.
you can't call it not a Christmas movie if you're discovering what Christmas is.
Right.
With Jack Skellington, he learns the lessons, the generosity, the independence, the good cheer, and just everything, the joy of Christmas. And it's my favorite just because I think this is one of the most unique animated that I've seen in so long. And it blends the festive things of Christmas with the darker style of Halloween and the music and the
Mm-hmm.
characters. And then there's the emotional depth of the Sew Together girl, Cindy. Was that her
Sally.
name? Sally,
Sally.
yeah, Sally. And it feels, like I said, it's just fresh and it's a traditional holiday classic. Like
Mm-hmm.
my wife had never seen it. I showed her to it and she was blown away by it. She was like, she started out like, oh, this is going to be silly. I don't want to watch. But by the end, her mouth was
What?
open. She was just like, wow, that is crazy because it's that
What?
good. So just everything. Like, and I love how it started out with pretty much like you went from
Right.
Art the Clown kind of with Jack the Skeleton, like being the king
Yeah.
of Halloween, darkness, spiders, kill everything, to being pretty much one of Santa's helpers at the end. The whole arc of his story was just so good, and how they blended in, like I said, Sally and
Uh,
everything like that. It's just one of the best classics out there.
like it's seriously one of my favorites because of course I'm gonna watch it because I always watch it every Halloween and like every Christmas because you got two holidays in there, so it
Yeah,
fits perfectly because people could say, "Oh, it's a Halloween movie. Oh, it's a Christmas movie." Guess what? It's both. So
exactly.
and so that's why I love it. And like you said, I thought like the animation for it when they did it because of course that's like how do you say it's stop motion. So
Yeah.
I that's what I love about it so much because it just looked real and it was just like you said, it was fresh and it was a lot of fun. Like and it's still a lot of fun from like you said, the music and just the acting because for the longest time I did not know that Danny Elfman, who everybody knows is like the like the theme guy, just
Uh,
who makes the music like he's amazing in it. I didn't know he was the singing voice for Jack Skellington.
oh,
Like
I didn't
it
know that
took
until just now.
see, so it took me like I don't know when I knew I found that out, but yeah, I was like blown away. I was like, wow, I was like, he's pretty cool as the Jack Skellington voice. But the thing that I love about it is that when I found out the speaking voice for Jack Skellington is Chris Sarandon, and of course I'm like, we should all know who Chris Sarandon is because he was Prince Humperdinck, Princess Bride, or he was our guy Jerry Dandridge from Fright Night. So I was like, so I think that was really cool just to see him, just fall into this role as, like Jack Skellington. So it was really cool. Then like, see like familiar names to like try and see who fits voices because like these guys are great at like the voices that they do. So it's like you don't know who it is because I don't know why for like the longest time I thought Sally was what is her name? The one who she has like the big sad eyes. She kind of reminds me of who was in The Shining. What's her name?
Oh,
Uh,
oh,
what is that lady's name?
oh,
It's
she
is it
was in
Shelley?
the Popeye
It,
movie too.
Shelley Duvall. That's her name.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I thought that was. But it was Catherine
Oh, that
O'Hara
makes sense.
from Beetlejuice. So I was just like, oh, okay, okay. So it's just, it's a lot of fun. It just gives like a lot of memories. I think my favorite thing that someone had did was I don't know if you've seen it, but it was like a parody for the movie of What Is This? But it's like someone saying the fuck, the fuck is in the air. The fuck. It's just like it is like the funniest video to me. But
Yeah.
I just love just the different, like, I guess you could say like the different like genres to it because it's like you have like fantasy, you kind of have a little bit of horror in there, you have a little bit of supernatural. And I know that they felt like this movie was going to be like too dark and scary for kids. I'm like, at my age, and this movie came out, I was 6. I was in love with this movie. Like
Yeah, it was
I love
perfect.
this
Like it
movie. It
wasn't
was
too gruesome,
great.
right?
Yeah, it wasn't nothing too. I didn't think it was anything too scary, but I think I can understand when you get to the Oogie Boogie Man. That part I can understand, but other than that, I just thought this film was just it was phenomenal. I love that they didn't like try and like give us like a second part, like they try to do, or like anything of the sort. They just left it and they left it be, and they just they'll like release it, once in every blue moon, which is kind of cool that they do that. Just instead of just being like, oh, we'll just remake another one, or oh, we'll give you a live version. Like, no, just leave it.
Yeah. Did they was that a possibility? Did they ever discuss a part two? I don't remember. Or they
No, I don't.
just
No,
I
I
hope
don't
not.
think.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just like I think they just left it, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, please, just leave it. You don't need nothing else. And I think they did. They actually did try to. They did consider it, but I think but I think they made it into like a book. So I'm kind of
Oh, okay.
happy that they just like don't make a movie, don't do nothing.
They could
But
have they could have made it a 90s cartoon, but I
yeah,
don't think
that
another movie would have worked like that.
right,
Like, that would have worked. And like I said, the biggest thing about this movie is just the characters, because you just
right,
think, like you said, the Oogie Boogie, he was my
yeah,
favorite. He had
yes,
me dying down there. So Oogie Boogie, like Sally, obviously Jack, and then the
right.
the the scientist who head could pop off and he would scratch his brain. That was just I was just like, what? So all that, and then all the little munchkins, like the mayor whose head spun around, and then all the kids and everything.
Yeah.
So, and the ghost dog and all that. It was just like it had so many characters in it, and it was just well done. And like you said, the stop motion of it, that
Mm-hmm.
takes so much work to get everything, because you pose them, take a shot, you pose them, and it just takes so much. And they did a spectacular job for this. And I hope this movie won more than enough awards. I don't really know how many it won, but I hope it did, because it definitely deserved all of them.
Well, it was nominated for Best Visual Effects, but it didn't win. But it was a first for an animated film to get an Oscar nomination for Best Visual Effects. But
It
yeah,
definitely deserved it.
yeah. So it was nominated, but it didn't. It got nominated for Best Original Score. So at the Golden Globes. But other than that,
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty much all that it was nominated for.
Sad, sad, sad. All right, and
Yeah.
then we're rounding out the next two. The next one is 1990s Macaulay Culkin classic Home Alone,
Of course.
and this works as a Christmas movie because we didn't
Always.
care that his parents should have been reported to DCFS. Like, how do you go to the airport and forget one of your kids? Multiple
Exactly.
times at that, but we're not talking about them
What?
other movies right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about part one. You leave your most sarcastic, your baddest kid at the house,
Right.
and like you driving to the airport, you don't hear somebody being sarcastic, you're not screaming at somebody, and that don't just trigger you like Kevin is not here. But it works because obviously it's during Christmas time. It directly shapes the story. It has a big family atmosphere to it. The forgiveness of the family and everything, the togetherness, decorations, music, the Christmas morning reunion at the end,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, is the central part. And then it's just hilarious. Like, you got this kid beating up two grown-ups. And then you got these grown-ups not understanding that this kid is smarter than us, and there's many more
Bro.
houses on this block. Maybe we should just leave him alone. But
Bro.
I'm like, hey, y'all, Marv, y'all just keep taking your ass with him. That's fine with me. Go ahead and drop another paint bucket on him. Go ahead and fry him again on the stairs. Throw some more chicken feathers on, like, please, because it is hilarious, and but it
Yes.
has the heartfelt moments, the strong nostalgic, the strong connection to childhood and all that. Because that word just kicked my butt for a minute, and it makes it both comforting and fun. And like that is one I watched all the time. Also, like I said, I don't really go to 2 and 3 and all the other ones, but I stick to
Right.
2. I mean the one, and
Mm-hmm.
like Macaulay Culkin really knocked it out of the park with this one, and the writing was good, and it just stayed like it could have drifted away from the Christmas theme. But
Right.
then even through the movie, when he kicking their butt and everything, he realizes that he's alone at Christmas time, and he gets him down and everything. So they
Mm-hmm.
they brought the humor, they brought the antics, but then they wrapped it back up into Christmas, and that's why it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I'm like, of course, I'm like, everybody got to know Home Alone. Home Alone was that movie. Like, I mean, it's like it's a given that you always have to watch. This movie during during the holidays. It was just like one of them feel good movies. Like you just get to see this kid like take on, like you said, like a two grown ass adults in his house. But my thing was this: it's like I understand there's a lot of people in this house. I understand that. But don't y'all do a head count? Like I need everybody to be on point. Like if I call your name, it's like you better say your name and I better see your face. Like because I think
Exactly.
all she did was like tap somebody and that was it, thinking that it was Kevin. And it's like, dog, I'm like, that was not Kevin. Like Kevin is still in the house in the bed, like, and it's like y'all didn't like check. Like y'all didn't even check, like y'all didn't check rooms, like y'all didn't do like none of it. Like you just left this boy in the house by himself. But then on top of that, I'm also thinking it's like, why can't y'all call like the neighbors to be like, hey, can someone go check on Kevin to see if he's all right? It's like, hey, can someone watch the kid? Like, can you come to the house just like, hey, like come and stay with us until your parents come back? Like,
Did they ever even try to call the house? Did they ever try to call the actual house? That's what I really. That's what that was like before you even said call the neighbors. And when you were saying the head count and everything, I was thinking in my head, I don't think I ever saw him pick up the phone and when it was ringing. Like I don't, or did he try to call? He didn't try to call them. I mean, I don't know,
the house,
but something they could have called the house.
Right.
The airport has plenty of phones.
Right. They could have been like, hey, like, are you home? Like, are you still at the house? Like, where are you? Sorry, I know we like getting off topic, like, but it was just that just threw me off because it's like a lot of stuff. It's like, okay, why didn't this work? But anyway, the reason why this movie works as a Christmas story, of course, because obviously it's during the holidays, and it's like it's just watching this kid just come up with like these booby traps for these two men that's like coming through your house. Like, because for one, it's like, okay, like how does this work? Like, how does like this this 7 or 8 year old kid or whatever who is taking on like these two grown men, like he knew how to like booby trap the house, like he was his own little MacGyver. Like it's like, how is that even possible? But it worked because it's just like we're just seeing like, oh, what would a kid do by themselves on Christmas, and no one's home. So it's like you see this kid like literally like trying to take care of himself. He's just like trying to watch like holiday films. He goes to the store to like, like buy stuff for himself. He's trying to like take care of home, but it's like he's a kid. It's like he really can't take care of home, but he's like trying to. And I think it's kind of cute, but then it's like also it's like, oh no, like this kid has to like take on the bad guys all while and it's just and it's just like a lot of fun just to watch, especially just seeing these two bumbling idiots like get the has the upper hand taken from them by a kid, like a literal kid. Because I love that Family Guy like did like this little thing where it was like how Home Alone would have ended, where it was like they show the kid at the top of the steps and the bad guy like shoots him.
Yeah.
I'm like, see, that's how this movie should have ended if they were actual like bad, like good robbers. Like this is what would have happened, but thankfully that's not what happened. We just have this kid trying to protect his house, trying to protect himself during the holidays, and his family, well, not his family, mostly his mother trying to find her way back home to him. And it's just one of those stories where it's like the mom is like having a moment where she's like on this truck with like these guys where it's like John Candy and she's like talking to them and she's just like talking about like family life and her son, and then it's like John Candy's character is like trying to give her like advice, and like because it's like this is a big family, like this whole family is huge, and it's like everybody's like on top of each other. Everybody can't, depend on, like you got to depend on each other, and it's like really hard when it's just a bunch of chaos.
And I remember the plane ticket for Kevin getting brushed off into the garbage.
Right.
So I can see how I can see how you would have the tickets in your hand, and because you have that many kids and that much chaos going on, you would say, okay, you wouldn't think, oh, I lost a ticket. You would think all the tickets are here, so all the kids are here. But you have eyes also. You physically can see this is Tina, this is Marie, this is David, this is John, there's no Kevin. There's a blank spot right here. Where's Kevin? So I mean, and Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, they did amazing as the two idiots. As Marv and Harry, they did amazing, and they don't get enough credit. Like they did a great job. And then you got one of the best taglines that I've ever heard of in this movie, where he said, "Keep the change, you filthy animal." When I saw this, I wasn't that old, and I would walk around saying that. And I got popped in the mouth a couple of times for saying that. Like with my I remember one time my mom gave me dinner, and I said, "Keep the change, you filthy animal." Pow, right in the mouth. But I was Macaulay Culkin at that time, so I was good. But so that just, they have so many catchphrases, and like as I watch it as an adult, it's like I put together that it's like life itself, because in the beginning he's a child, and he's doing childish things, but then he has to become the man of the house, so he has to grow up and like take care of himself and be alone. And then in the end, after, holding down the fort, taking care of himself, going to the store, like you said, making sure everything is all right. His family, he comes back to family, and he's
Right.
a kid again. So he literally lives a full circle life in this movie, and that is a great aspect or side way to look at this movie. So Home Alone, always a classic. I'm sure everybody has seen it. If you have not seen it, just go see it. Don't just go pick it up. I mean, streaming it somewhere, especially this time.
Because I think also in a sense to me, I think like Home Alone is almost kind of like a kid version of A Beautiful Life. What would it be like if you weren't, if he wasn't like not like born, but like what if we would be like if he wake up one day and don't have a family? So that's what it's kind
True.
of like. Like, oh, like I don't have a family, like I'm a kid, I can do whatever I want. But then when the time goes on, he's alone. Like he's lonely. Like he misses his family. Like during that time, like this is the time of year where family is together, everybody is
Vital. Yep.
like everybody is there. Like you have everyone around, you're celebrating, gifts, whatever. So this is like the one year where Kevin by himself, he doesn't have nobody. And so it's like you see him when he goes to like the rent a Santa, he like literally asks
Oh,
them like can he's like wishing for his family to come back because it's like he doesn't have anybody. So it's like at this point, it's like you realize, okay, this is a kid. He's alone. He's eventually gonna get scared because it's like when you're in a house full of chaos and all of a sudden it's just quiet. It's like yeah,
yeah.
it's fun after a while, but then it's like okay, like is everybody like are they gonna come back? Like did anybody miss me? Like did they forget about me? So
And in the beginning, he was hateful of his family. Like he
right.
was he was butting heads with his mom, the older brother. He was
Mm-hmm.
wishing for what happened. He was like, oh, I don't want y'all here. I don't want to go. But then he saw that,
Right.
okay, I do need them. I do want them here. So yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, and it's good that the mom came back. Like the whole family
Right.
didn't, that the mom, because they were butting heads, and they needed that scene to show that I was terrified that you was gone, and I was terrified that you was gone. We have each other. We have love. This is the holiday. We're good. We are a family. That was a good part of it too that I really liked. But yes, Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin's Piece de Resistance. My last one is gonna be, like I said earlier, A Christmas Story, and I love this movie because of the Red Ryder BB gun. That's all. But it captures the humor, excitement of a small family at the holidays, and they go through so much. But it's seen through a child's eyes, which is what I love. I love how they filmed it. It's seen through Ralphie's eyes. It has so much relatable childhood experiences. Like I could have been Ralphie. Like all the stuff growing up in Illinois, the snow, the
Yep.
freezing, the being bundled up to my freaking head, the top of my head to go to school, all that. It has quotable humor, and it makes it fun every year to watch, year after year. The Bumpus Hounds, when they took that man's turkey, the
Mm-hmm.
furnace, when when he had to go down there and he was doing all that cussing, when Ralphie had to put that soap in his mouth and he had soap blindness out, it's just so much. And when the friend put his tongue on the pole and it froze up, because I always was like, I want to do it because I don't know if it's real. But then I want to fool somebody else to do it to see it. I don't want to do it, but hey, you think you do it. But so
Right.
it's so much in this story and it's just the mom and dad are just hilarious because they're just trying to work through everything. And it's like two different movies. You like how the mom and dad going through things, and then you have the kids going through something. Like when they got that lamp, the leg lamp, the mom and dad was just going through chaos.
Fragile.
Yeah, they were just going through chaos. That was just like a separate movie, but it was like there's so much wrapped up in this movie. Like after the Bumpus House ate the turkey, they had to go
Right.
to that Chinese restaurant. The Chinese person cut the head off and was singing in Chinese. It was like rah 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 rah. Man, I lost it. That is one of the best holiday movies that you can watch right here. You can sit down and watch this every year with your family and just see something new all the time. So it like, oh my God. Now I'm thinking about that pink bunny suit that Ralph had to come down the stairs in. And
Yes.
she was like, you only wear it when she come around. Like, oh my God. Like, yeah,
Yes.
that is a memorable classic right there.
Yes. I definitely have to agree because it's on my list as well. So I might as well just go ahead and just give my list because it's at the top of the list anyway. So
Okay,
we'll
okay.
talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. So for me, automatically already A Christmas Story because we were just talking about it because like you said, it's a holiday classic. The other one will have to be if I had to give my number two, it's gonna be the Grinch Stole Christmas. Not
Which one?
yeah, that's what I was saying. I was
Oh,
I
sorry.
was
Okay.
no, I was like not the '60s. I like Jim Carrey version.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's number two. Number three is going to be the ones that I normally watch a lot. A Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm like that. That's it's a given. It's gonna be on there. And then that was
That was three.
okay. I'm like I can't remember what I counted. Oh Lord, yeah. So that was three. So number four, this one was a. It was like these, like the last two is the ones that I was just like, ah. But if I had to go with the last two, I would have to say it's a Beautiful Life, and then number five, which I know you're probably gonna be like, huh, but the girl with the dragon tattoo.
What the?
And I'll tell you why. All right, you'll see why. All right,
Like, did I miss a Santa Claus appearance?
hold on. It's just like Die Hard. Give me a second. All right.
Okay.
So number one, the reason why I said a Christmas story for me, like every Christmas Eve, they always do the marathon on TNT and I think it was TBS.
TBS.
Yeah, TNT
Yep.
and TBS. Every Christmas Eve, that it's always on. It doesn't matter if I'm downstairs, if I'm in my room, I'm going to change it to that channel. Like I will watch it all the way through because I think they did like a 24-hour one, and then they did like a 48-hour one, and then they
Yeah.
switched it again and made it like 24 hours. But either way, I'm like, whenever it's on TV, I'm gonna be watching it. Like I can go all like it's just all the way through the night. Like it's just that
Yeah.
same thing. I used to do it a lot. But another holiday classic. It's another one that I can quote from like beginning to end. Like the father when he said when he was downstairs in the basement with the what was it, the radiator, and it just like
Yeah.
conked out and it was like the dark smoke, and then
The
he's like
furnace.
down there, yeah, the furnace. He's just like just cussing up a storm. The mom had to like close the vent because it's like, yeah, that's too much going on down there. Or like the bumpuses with the dogs, like that whole scene, like with the dog's ear got caught in the door. That was so funny to me. Like you could just hear him whining. It is like you can see the ear like in the door, like trying to like wedge his way out. And then I love when not Ralphie, but oh my god, what was his brother's name? Oh my god, Randy. That's his name, Randy. I was like, what was that boy's name? Randy. When she had to like dress him up in like all his
Oh
clothes.
my God.
He's like, I can't put my arms down.
And they
He's
would
like,
pop back up.
and it's like I know what it feels like to be that bundled up, got on long johns, a long pair of socks, just a long sleeve shirt, just being.
And
It's like I know what that feels like, just having like your scarf wrapped around your face and just it's just all you can see is your eyes and that's it. So it's like I understand. It's like, and then I love the scene with like the lamp because it's like, oh, it's just like it's something that the father wanted, and I just love the fact that he thought the box had fragile, and she's like, it's fragile. He's like, it's Italian. It's like, nah, that's fragile.
yeah.
And I love like how he like put it in the window, and she was just like embarrassed, and it's like she will always try to find a way to where it's like we don't need to put like a spotlight on this light, and so she found a way, and I just love the fact that she broke it.
Exactly.
She tried to play it off like she didn't, but it was just like he was like, "You're jealous of it," and then she was like, "Why would I be jealous of that?" And then I just love like the whole scenes of like Ralphie, like his like dreams and everything when he like dreams about having a BB gun, or when he like aces, I think like his essay and like the fruit basket. It just the silly stuff that we would do, or like the Ovaltine commercial where he thought it was something fun, and it was just an Ovaltine commercial that he was just deciphering.
The decoder ring or whatever.
Yeah, he was like, "It's a crummy commercial." Like, and of course, the scene with the little boy when they're standing in line with that little boy was so creepy, just standing there like talking about, "I like the Wizard of Oz." It's like, okay, like get away from me, little boy. It's so creepy. It is just, and then I think you've seen pictures of me in it, but I do have the deranged.
Oh,
Easter Bunny. I have the
yeah.
actual onesie. I have the deranged Easter Bunny onesie. It's still hanging in. Yep, here it is, right here. I don't know if you can. The little baby.
Yeah, I
That's
see.
it.
I
That's it.
remember that. Yeah.
I will be wearing it. You will probably be seeing me in it. I will probably take a photo and be like, "Merry Christmas from the
Oh
Grinch." And
no.
stuff.
Oh, I would definitely
I think we found it at Walmart, and I was like, I gotta have it.
gotta have it.
I was like, I gotta have it. And so yeah, it will make its debut on Christmas night. I will be in it if I can
Oh
still fit in.
no.
But yes, like the movie is just it's just like so many like just so many fun moments in that movie, especially when Ralphie drops the F bomb. He has to get his mouth washed out with soap, and when
Yeah.
Ralphie lied on his friend, said it was his friend Schwartz, and it wasn't his friend
Oh
Schwartz.
yeah, yeah.
And like it was just so much going on in like this family during the holidays, but it was just so much fun because it's like we do go through a lot of stuff during the holidays. It's like it's either is something funny, either something sad, or just anything. And so it's just making you see what it's like for this one kid during like the Christmas holiday. Like it's almost kind of relatable in a sense on certain things, not everything, but on certain things that he goes
Yeah.
through. So it's just one of them feel good ones that you can just watch from beginning to end, and it will be a constant loop like every holiday. Like I can never ever never get enough of it.
That is true. That is true. And like you said, TBS would
Mhm.
play it out, boy. I would just sit there and watch it at least
Man,
3 times.
dang, let me tell you, they will play the hell out of that movie. And guess what? I thank them every Christmas
Exactly.
season. Like, thank you. Like, this is what I always want. Just keep playing this movie on a loop. I don't care. You will have a fan. You will have a fan in me. But the other one that I said was Gremlins. I just recently watched this. This one was always like will be a favorite of mine, even though it's you might as well say it's during Christmas, but it's not your typical Christmas movie because it's literally like a black comedy mixed with a little bit of horror in there. Like
Mhm.
it's like you just have this dad who's literally just trying to make a living, and he's like trying to get a gift for his son, and he finds this gift. It's like this cute little what is that thing called? What is he? A mogwai.
Magua.
Yeah,
Magua.
so he's a mogwai. So he finds Gizmo. And so it's like, okay, I'm gonna bring this to my kid. But then of course you got these three rules. It's like, bro, just follow these three rules. That's all you gotta do. And what do?
Exactly.
They do not follow the damn three rules. It's like, bro, you don't get it wet, you don't feed it past midnight. That was the big one. You never ever feed it past midnight. And then what was the other one? Oh, bright light. No
Yeah.
light, no eating after midnight, no water. What they do, all three of them damn things. Like it's just, and then it was just complete chaos during the Christmas holidays. It's like you just thinking like, oh, we're gonna have like a great, Christmas season. Like the presents are under the tree, and everybody's like together. And then it's like all of a sudden you start seeing these creepy ass green monsters just storming the streets and creating chaos. And it's just like, okay, like this is not like the holidays that I'm just expecting to celebrate. But it's also another one. It's just one of the another few good stories where it's just like I guess you could say like every holiday film isn't full of cheer. There's mayhem, there's horror to it. And I think that is a lot of fun because you just get to touch like a black comedy, but it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
So it's like you get all the aspects of Christmas. Like you got the snow, you got the music, you got people like getting gifts, the Christmas trees, kids are getting out of school, just all like just families being together, people trying to like make sure they have things for like the holidays. You have like your town Scrooge, what happens to be what was her name? What was that lady's name? She was so mean. I cannot think of her name for the life of me. I think it was what was her name? Mrs. Deagle, I think. Not was it? Yeah, Mrs. Deagle. That lady was like just like the straight up Grinch in that movie, or not the Grinch, but Scrooge, and she ended up getting hers at the end because it was perfect because she deserved the way she went out.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a blaze of glory just flying out of her window from what was that like her chair, like her chair that like moved.
The assistant chair going up the
Yeah,
stairs.
I like
Yeah.
that they just hijacked it and she just went flying out the window. But then it was kind of like it was still good. But then there was like one moment where it kind of got dark when Kate was like talking about her father and like how he like portrayed Santa Claus. on, like
Oh,
Christmas Eve, and I was just like, I'm like, why could it just? I mean, I'm like, the movie is kind of dark, but I'm like, why could it just get like dark, dark? Like,
morbidly dark. Like,
it's like
yeah.
really dark. I was like, why did y'all leave that in there? I was like, what? I was like, what does that have to do with anything? I mean, I understand that she doesn't like the holidays because of it. Because I mean, people do have the moments of like, oh, like I hate the holidays, like I don't care for the holidays because there are reasons where they,
Yeah.
like because of that, like what she did. But I was like, but what did that have to do with anything? Either way, I was like, it was still creepy, but I still enjoyed it because it's like you just see like these gremlins, like they're like in the theater, which I love that scene where they're like all just like swinging around like in the theater. They're like got food and they're like, I can't remember what movie they were watching, but I know it was like a Christmassy movie. I just can't
Yeah.
remember what it was, but it was just like they're like in like the setting of everything, even though they're the reason why everybody is like going through like what they're going through in this one particular night. And so I just believe that even though I did like the second one, I felt like it was just too much because I think it was like a more of a bigger to me I felt like it was a bigger setting because you're like in the city and you're like at this corporate building. But I just like this one because it had like that feel of like a small town, like just that Christmassy feel of like everybody knowing everybody, but it's kind of like nobody really knows what's going on except for like a few people, and they're like trying to figure out a way of like, okay, how can we stop this before it gets more out of hand on Christmas Eve? Because I think it's Christmas Eve. It's not Christmas Day yet. I think it's
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. So it's like they're trying to figure out a way of like let's try and get this figured out before it gets more out of hand. So I think it was like really funny. It was scary. It did get a little dark, but it did also have like that feeling of like, oh, like this is Christmas time. Like this is where you can like celebrate and just like curl up at a like at the TV with your family and just watch this
Yeah.
movie. So
And
um,
the characters in this movie are lovable. Like even Stripes,
right,
he's the bad guy, but I mean
right,
I mean he's just being himself. And then of course you have Gizmo, who is the lovable furry creature that everybody loves. And all it all the gremlins have different characteristics. Like the
right.
ones with the crazy eyes, and then later on
Mm-hmm.
there's one with electricity. There's just so many. Like it's like the minions. They all have different
Right.
personalities and are different. They're the same being, but they all have different personalities. And like the two main characters, Phoebe, what's her name? Phoebe Cates and Zach Galligan. I think they
Billy and
did a
Kate.
great job,
Yeah.
but the main praise should go to the Gremlins, like and just the effects team and all that, because
Yes.
this was ahead of its time, really, like this kind
Mm-hmm.
of stuff. And speaking of that scene where they was in the movie theaters, I just started laughing about when Hulk Hogan stood up and was like, "Start the movie back again, brother," and ripped his shirt off and all that. And I was just like, "What?" So I mean, and throughout the movie there's a whole bunch of cameos and stuff like that too. So I remember people thinking that this was a children's movie, like a kids
Mm-hmm.
movie, and I can see why, because you see Gizmo and you're like, "Oh, okay, there's gonna be some shenanigans in it," but then you watch it and you're like, "Oh no, this is not a kids movie. It's more of a teenage, adult kind of movie." But
Right, because that's what
yeah, it
mom
is.
thought too. Because at the time when that came out, she was like working at a group home, and she was like taking these kids to go see it, and she thought it was a kids movie, and she was like, she was like, "What is this movie?" And she's like, "This is not a kids movie," and it's like, it's not. It was
Yeah,
not. It's
no.
not meant for kids like at all. Like you need to be a
Is it?
little older.
What's the rating on it? Now that I think about
PG
that, what?
13.
Oh, okay, okay. I was like, I
Yeah,
know it shouldn't be R because it wasn't that bad. But yeah, okay, that fits.
so they like switched up because I think they within 2 months of the film's release they created a new PG-13 rating. And so
Oh, for this movie.
yeah.
Wow, that makes sense. And they
Yeah.
supposed to be doing a remake of it.
No,
Oh,
they're actually doing a third film. It's not a remake. They're
oh,
just
it's
doing
not
a
gonna be a
third.
remake. Okay,
It's just a
good.
third
Because I was
film.
gonna say, I was gonna say I would rather them just have a whole new movie than try to remake this classic. Just give us a new movie.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
I like the idea
yeah,
of that one.
it's a sequel. So
Okay, okay.
yeah, it's supposed
As
to come out
long as they got
2027,
Gizmo
I
and
think.
Stripes in it, we good. And the one that looked like Nicki Minaj at the end when she
Oh
was in the
yeah,
bathroom in New York.
that was the
That
second one.
second one,
Yeah.
yeah, I know that that was hilarious. But yeah, okay. focus on this one. It is definitely, obviously, a Christmas movie. It's one that I don't think it's one that holds up as sentimental Christmas wise as the other ones we discussed, but it's definitely not that far off. Is as just one you can pop in and just because it's funny too. You can have laughs and everything through it.
Right.
So.
All right, and then for my fourth one, it's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Of course, everybody knows this one. This one, I can't believe it's been 25 years since it's been released. Like,
Dang, has it?
that, yeah, it's nuts. Like, just reading that 2000 is when it came out. Which, man, that seems so long ago.
But I remember going to the movies to see this.
Yeah,
It felt like it was.
I remember going to the movies and just falling in love with this film. It was crazy is I saw it here in Vegas because we came out here for Thanksgiving, I think. Yeah, it was we came out here and it's like I remember seeing, was it this year? I think it was that year when we came out here for Thanksgiving. We saw it and it was a lot of fun. But I just love Jim Carrey because I'm like, we all grew up with Jim Carrey like as kids, so it's like we all know who this man is. For them to put like a spin on this Christmas story, because we all know it's like a short, but for them to make it like a full length and to give us like a background story on the Grinch and how he became the Grinch, and because he was someone who actually loved Christmas and he wanted everyone to like him and he wanted to be able to like fit in with everybody else, but of course he couldn't because he was green and he looked different. And so of course when he's made fun of after his little shave, because it's like old boy said, he was like, who will like you, with like just like with the hair on your face or whatever. And so it's just like watching him become like this bitter grouchy green creature in his way of being like, okay, like this is how I'm gonna like steal Christmas. But what I love about this one is like they show you like the bad side of like Christmas and like how people can get during the holidays when it comes to like buying gifts and like discount this and discount that and like you can get this and this and people just like fighting each other and trying to like rip each other's head off just to like get like the perfect gift and he's just seen it like, oh, like people don't really care about the true meaning of Christmas because people are losing what the true meaning of Christmas is about. It's not about the gifts and all that stuff. It's about having the spirit and like being like with your family and like caring for people and others and that's what Cindy Lou Who wanted everybody to realize. So just to see like the comedic chaos that is Jim Carrey, like he just made this character so lovable and just so funny, even though this man was about to go stir crazy in that outfit. I appreciate what he gave us because this to me is like a classic. And then of course, like the whole scene with him stealing, and then like him and Cindy Lou having a moment, like two moments actually, like when she saw him at the post office, and then when he was at the house. And so, actually, no, they had three moments. My bad. One at the post office, one at Grinch's when she invited him to.
Oh yeah.
For the what was it, the Christmas, what is it, the Cheermeister or whatever.
Yep.
And then when he went to, actually no, four, because when she went to him and found him when he had all the gifts and stuff, he had to save her. I forgot. There's so many parts with him and Cindy Lou. Jesus Christ. But anyway, but the film was a lot of fun. Like the setup was phenomenal. Like the one year when I had one thing Universal, I got to see the set. I think that was like a couple of years back. I got to see it, and it was like so cool that they still have it like set up where like the Who's lived. So that was a lot of fun to see. But I just love the fact that even though we've heard this story before, we just get to see it in live action. We get to just see the story develop a little bit more with like the family and knowing that they understand what the true meaning of Christmas is. It's not about the biggest or fattest gift. It's not about the decorations. It's just about having the emotional capacity to, to be there for the people that you care for, even the new people. And with Grinch, in a sense, he has a newfound family after going through everything. He went through all the emotions and all that. So it was a lot of fun to to see on the big screen and to watch, still, because I still have fun with the movie and I love his rendition of You're a Mean One. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know why they decided to like make an animated version like 18 years later. Like we didn't need it. Like the animated Grinch because I'm like, it didn't give anything to the story. It's like you're telling the same story over and over. It's
Yeah,
like
it didn't give anything new. It didn't change up anything.
it
It
didn't
was the
change
same story,
anything.
just in cartoon format. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's like, and it was just dumb. I mean, I'm like, I appreciate that. What's his name? Tyler, the creator, gave us a new version of the mean one. I liked his version too, but it just didn't. It just didn't do anything for it, and that's why I love the fact that they actually did this, and they just gave us something to just to enjoy. And I'm happy that they didn't try and redo it, even though I know they tried to do like a. I think they did like a play version of this, and it was dumb. Like they didn't
Yeah.
have to do that. Like just leave it alone. Like we don't need y'all to do anything else. Just leave it be. And I think they were trying to do like a sequel, and I was like, please don't try and do a sequel. Like please don't. Like we really don't need it like at all. But Jim Carrey said that he was open to reprising his role, but like he said, he will only do it through motion capture because he couldn't withstand being in that makeup chair for so long or in that outfit. So, but I just think that they shouldn't even touch it because I'm like, why do we need a sequel? Like, what is the sequel? Like, what is that going to be about? Like, we don't need nothing else. Like, this
Yeah,
story,
because his heart and everything has already gotten into the holiday spirit, so you
yeah,
can't make him go back.
yeah,
His heart can't go back to the small size. It's already grown. So I mean, it's like, yeah, don't give us a sequel. Don't give us any more movies of it. Just keep pushing the Jim Carrey movie as the best there is of this film. Because, like I tell people all the time, they're like, "Oh, the Grinch hated Christmas." No, the Grinch didn't hate Christmas. The Grinch hated people. He
yeah.
loved Christmas. He just
It's that
hated
the
the people
people, yeah, who made it
who
worse
took the
for him.
joy and the fun out of Christmas because they couldn't understand that everybody is not the same. So the
Right.
Grinch loved Christmas. He just hated the people and how they acted. And he was right. I completely gold star. You're thinking on the right path. You're right. So I mean, yeah, don't give us a new one. Don't give us any more. Because I mean, unless you're gonna change the story up altogether, but you can't
Right.
really.
You really can't at all. Because there's nothing that you can change. Just leave it be, you know? But so for my last one, which I know is throwing you for a
Yeah,
loop.
this is what I've been
Um,
waiting on because I just googled the girl with the dragon tattoo cast Santa Claus appearance and they don't have him in there. So
so for the reason why my last pick is the girl with the dragon tattoo. The reason why, look, just for me, the reason why I believe that is a holiday film is because it came out 4 days before Christmas. And then on top of that, the movie is set in like the winter seasons. Like it literally starts off like in the winter seasons and then it does like progress like throughout the other seasons, but the film ends up ending back into winter. So it's like you're still it's like it starts in winter, it ends in winter. And on top of that, in the trailer, I remember this in the trailer. It says the feel bad movie of Christmas. I was like, there you go. Bing bang boom. Because it isn't like your typical Christmas movie because it has nothing to do with Christmas, but it's like that Christmas setting, like because like that first opening scene is like it's winter. It's just like
yeah,
snow is falling and it's like you can feel the cold. Like it's just like it's like freezing, but to me, I literally just recently just watched this movie, and I was just like,
yeah,
I don't know what it is about this movie, even though this movie is very dark and bleak. I just enjoy just like being able to like get under the covers, get comfortable, have something warm, and just throw that movie on. And it's just like I don't know, I could just watch it and it just feels good, like in like the holiday setting, even though, like I said, it has nothing to do with Christmas. It's a murder mystery. It's like the neo. It's like that neo noir like mystery like type feel to it. But it's
yeah,
just the setting of it being like, oh, it's cold, it's wet, it's snowy. You just thinking like, oh, this is perfect. Like this, is like the only time I want to watch it is during the Christmas. It's like during the Christmas time. Like it, like I said, it just feels like this man who's a journalist, which is Daniel Craig. He's like trying to figure out who killed this man's daughter. Not killed this. I think it's his niece. Yeah, his niece. Like what happened to his niece? Like who disappeared like 40 years earlier, and he gets like help from Lisbeth, who's like my girl Rooney Mara, who's like a computer hacker. So it's just like you might as well just say like almost a year. Yeah, you might as well say it took a full last year for them to figure this whole thing out. But it, like I said, it started in winter, it ends in winter Because even when she says, like at the end, she's like, it's winter again. And she was like, I'll see you soon. And she buys this man a gift. So also another reason it's a Christmas movie. I'm like, she bought this man a Christmas gift, but I'm still mad at the fact that she never gave him the gift because this man, like, look, sorry, he fucked her over. I'm sorry, but he ended up fucking her over in the end, and I felt bad for her because it's like she finally found somebody who like kind of like made her happy. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna buy this man a gift, and it's just like the gift went to shit because she couldn't even give him the gift, and he didn't even know about the gift. I was so upset he never found out about the gift, but even in the like the first half, she ended up buying like a gift for her. Not what is it? Her oh my god, there's a word for it. I cannot think of her award. When she bought
Yeah.
her gift award, like she had bought him a gift, and so that's another reason why too. I'm like, this movie is somewhat of a Christmas film in a sense. Like just not because it's not like a holiday film or anything. It's just the setting. It's the Christmas time setting for me.
And
It's
with the
just
popcorn and perspective inaugural Stretch Armstrong Award, we give it to Chantel because you stretched this one. I'm gonna give you that. You have taken the Stretch Armstrong
ah,
Award. Let's clap it up, everybody. I mean, because I understand what you're
ah.
saying, but I'm just gonna give it to you because I saw this at the theaters
Me
when I just
too.
was I was on one of those days where I didn't have anything to do. I was bored and this was starting, so I didn't really even know anything about it. But I saw it and I did enjoy the movie. I haven't saw the other ones to go with it, but this one was a good movie. I didn't get the Christmas feel of it, but if you got Christmas from it, I mean, I'm sure Daniel Craig played Santa Claus somewhere. But but yeah, I do agree with everything you're saying about the movie and stuff like that. I can't remember too much about it because I literally saw it like 2 days after it came out, which was in 2009 or 8
11.
something. Oh wow, yeah, 2011. Okay, so I don't remember too much about it, but it being a good movie. So, and it's a whole trilogy, isn't it? Or 4 movies or
Well, what
three?
happened is that because the book is Swedish because I remember reading the book first and then they made the movie over in Sweden first, so they have they have the trilogy for that over there, but then when they brought it over here, David Fincher did the first one, which was the girl with the dragon tattoo. But his thing is
Yeah,
that he doesn't like to do sequels because after he did Aliens 3, that man was like, I'm not. He's like, I'm not. He's like, I'm done. So that's why we didn't get like a sequel to
yeah.
his because he was like, I'm done. And I was just like, well, why no? Because that movie left on a cliffhanger with her driving off into the night. Like, I'm like,
Why
where is she
even
gonna
if
go?
what gets me is that if you know he's that kind of director,
Right.
why? And you're gonna continue, especially this one, because if it has 3 over there, you
Mm-hmm.
think it would get 3 over here. Like, why would you let him direct it if you know he just a one and done? That doesn't
Right.
make any sense.
And so it kind of like made me mad because then they did do a second one, but they call it like a soft reboot, which was the girl in the spider's web, and that was like 7 years later. But it's not the same girl playing Elizabeth. It's something
Yeah,
completely different. So that's why I was just like, okay, I'm like, let's just not do these anymore because I didn't even see it because I really didn't want to see it because it didn't have my same people in it. So
yeah,
that was one of the reasons why I was just like, nah, I'm good. So I was like, I'm better off with just the David Fincher one and just be like, well, that's the only one we're gonna get. So
yeah. I remember. I've heard about the Spiderweb one, but
mhm,
I didn't watch it. And like I
yeah,
said, I did enjoy the initial one, but I
mhm,
I wish they would have did. I wish they would have coaxed him back in to do 2 more because I would have liked to seen that story progress some more. But yeah,
exactly because there's 3 books. So yeah, because actually they were supposed to be involved in doing it, but then yeah, they just didn't do it. So
yeah.
I was just like, well, this sucks.
And they could have literally had other directors make the other 2. Like, I mean,
Right.
they got the books, like you said, so you have the blueprint on what to do. And of course, you can change it up a little bit just to add your own little
Mhm.
flair to it. But you have what you need to have on. You have the script written for you, basically. So,
Right.
but
Yeah, it was like I was a little disappointed, but I'm like, I still love the first one.
yeah.
But was there anything else that you wanted to add, brother?
No, no, this has been an exciting rundown of Christmas movies. We gave out our first award today. You earned it well. And so You know,
Thanks.
that is, and oh, I have two honorable mentions. I'm just
Okay.
gonna say the titles, but I had The Preacher's Wife, Denzel Washington and Whitney Houston,
Okay.
one of the greatest. I'm a sucker for musical, kind of like Dreamgirls and Hamilton, all that stuff. I'm a sucker for that. So that was, and I'm a huge Whitney Houston fan. So that's one. And the other one was It Has Left Me. I'm sorry, it is gone. I didn't write it down because like I thought I had too many, so I erased it, and it has left me. So I have
Oh,
one honorable mention in Whitney Houston, Denzel Washington, Angela Bassett's husband. What's his name? He's the oh
Courtney
my
B.
god,
Vance.
Courtney B. Vance. Yep, another great actor. So yeah, that's definitely a Christmas movie. So
Yeah.
that is
Um.
my honorable mention.
Oh yeah. I just have a couple of honorable mentions. I think when I said this movie earlier, I definitely butchered it. I think I said It's a Beautiful Life, and I was so wrong. It's called It's a Wonderful Life with
Yeah,
James Stewart.
because
Um.
I was like, I don't know what that is. I know It's a Wonderful Life, which is in black and white, but I don't know.
Yeah,
And I was like,
I
I've never
don't,
seen that one. Then I've
man.
just never seen it.
I don't know what I was thinking when I said It's a Beautiful Life, and I meant It's a Wonderful Life. Yes, with James Stewart, that movie right there, I literally fell in love with this movie a lot just to watch what this man would be like if he was not born,
Yeah,
or had his family. So it was just one of them movies. It was just like, wow, it's like you're just watching this man like go through it, but he finally, he gets it together and he finally gets his family back again. But yeah, it's one of them other feel good, like fun. Well, it's not fun. It's more like, I guess you could say, like a feel good holiday film that you can watch with the family. Like I think I recently just watched this one, maybe like a couple of years back, and like fell in love with it. Um,
yeah,
and then my other honorable mention for the holidays, I would have to say, look, it's gonna be. I would have look. I even though it does not have nothing to do with Christmas, it's just the
here
perfect
you
time of year
go.
to
You
watch
trying to
it.
get that award
Harry
again?
Potter, I don't care.
Oh my God,
You
Jesus
deal with
help us.
it. Deal with it. They have moments of the holiday. What is it? The Yule tide, whatever, the Yule ball. Look, it can be added. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all can suck it.
I'm taking the award back because
No!
you're not even you're not even stretching this one. You just
It just gives you that moment of like, look, I could watch that whole thing during this time of year. It just, I don't know, it just gives me that feeling of like, let's watch. But anyway,
if you giving us Harry Potter just because one person said Yule, Sinners was a Christmas movie because it had trees in it.
no,
It had
no,
trees in it. It
no,
had, and I think
that's
there was some
not,
light.
bro. Anyway, was there anything else, brother, that you wanted to add?
No, no, no. We have brought plenty of holiday cheer to this episode, and if you haven't seen any of these movies that we recommended or put on our list, please go watch them. I'm sure they're streaming. As far as a Christmas Story, Christmas Eve, if you turn on TBS, you can watch it 52 times in a row.
All right, y'all. And that is another episode of Popcorn and Perspective. We're glad that you took the time out of your day to chill with us again and to enjoy some of our perspectives. So, if you got questions, topic ideas, or want to be a guest on the show, don't be shy. You can email us at chanto@hotmail.com or the Hazeled Eye Movie Guy at yahoo.com, and reach out to us on our Twitter page as well at Popcorn and as the letter Perspective.
Yes, yes. And for the next episode, we'll have our 2025 rewind episode where we'll sit back and relax and talk about our top hits and definitely our misses of 2025, meaning the movies we enjoyed thoroughly and the ones that was kind of swept under the rug for us.
And as always, we say here at Popcorn and Perspective,
Watch the movies
love the movies.
and always keep them with you.
Catch y'all next year.
Peace out.